record. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, family, we got 11, 12 people on this call now. I appreciate each and every single one of you for hopping on this, right? It's a Monday night. I see there's a whole bunch of calls going on right now. And the fact that you took your time out to, go ahead and hop out on this call, right, really, really means a lot to me, because I understand there's a lot of other chairmen, a lot of other people that, Starboy just, out of the blue, right, had his session going on as well. So all of you guys that, are on this call right now, I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I truly, truly do mean that. So go ahead and drop a 777 in the chat for yourselves, for being committed on a Monday night at 9:30 p.m. when you could have been doing anything, right? Christmas is in 2 weeks. The end of the year is coming up, right? And you guys could go ahead, you guys could be going ahead and slowing down, but, the real grinders, the people that really are after it are after it in this business, are awake Monday night, right? Obviously they're awake every day, but they're awake Monday night and working on their business, right? They're not coming home and complaining that, they have to work on their business. So I appreciate each and every single one of you for that, right? And the energy on this call, I'm going to keep it very, very high, but very, very short, right? I don't want to take up all your time because I understand we got things to do. People have work tomorrow, et cetera, et cetera. But I appreciate, just wanted to show that gratitude for each and every single one of you on this call, right? So understand this, guys. The information that I'm about to teach you, right, is not my own, right? It's not information that I've created. It's information that I've learned, right? And who have I learned this from, right? You guys may have heard of the name Bob Proctor. If you haven't heard of the name Bob Proctor, you're doing something wrong, right? So I joined Bob's coaching program almost a month ago now, and a part of that coaching program is to learn this specific type of information, right? You guys may have learned a little bit, about the power of your subconscious mind, and people talk about it on social media all the time, but they really don't even know what they're talking about, right? Bob is somebody who's studied this industry for years, like over 60 years, I believe that the man has been in this industry. And, the amount of information that I've been able to attain in the past month, I've already seen my results grow because of it. And they're going to continue to grow, and watch the movement, watch the changes that happen over the 90 days, the next 90 days in your life. If you take this information and really learn it, right? Learning is based on repetition, right? Anything that you do, you're going to learn through repetition. So whether that's being on the charts, whether that's your personal development, whether that's your inviting, your edification skills, all of that information, all of that knowledge is learned through repetition, all right? But everyone that is on this call right now, right, drop a 111 in the chat right now if you are not in the position you want to be, right? If you're not getting the results that you would like to see in this business, if you're not, making the withdrawals that you want to see in this business, if you're not, getting, the amount of people in your organization as you would like in your business, right? So everyone is here because of a common goal, right? We have a common goal. So you guys need to understand that and work as a unit, right? Work as a unit and take that vision and embody that vision, right? Every single person on this call right now, you guys already know how to hit chairman. You guys already know how to hit 7 figures in your bank account. You guys already know how to hit 7 figures in a trading account, right? You have the information. You have the information, but there's something that's holding you back from using that information, right? My mentor told me, he said, applied knowledge is power. No knowledge is not power, right? Writing stuff down on a test doesn't make you smart, right? Applying that knowledge in real life makes you smart, all right? So what I want to break down for you guys today is, you may have seen this image before. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up real quick. I'm going to draw it. So you have, let's say you have your mind, right? You have your mind. Let's just say your head is part of your mind, which is actually not. But let's say you have your mind, right? There's 2 parts to it. You have your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, right? And then you have your body, right? That's your body, right? You have your conscious mind and subconscious mind, and then you have your body, right? the results that you are seeing today, is because of what is in the subconscious mind, right? Your subconscious mind is your autopilot, right? What in the chat right now, what are some of the things that you do without thinking, right? Some of you brushing your teeth, getting up at certain time and taking a shower, eating your eating habits, right? Your, driving a car is the biggest one, right? That's the easiest thing. If you guys have been driving for a while, you don't have to think about how you're driving, especially if you're driving home, right? You could be blindfolded and know when to take the turn, right? Most of us, you get to that point where you could be blindfolded and you know where the turns are. Your body is just moving on its own. When you're driving a car, you are not there, right? Your conscious mind, your subconscious mind is doing all the work. Your conscious mind is thinking about different things. Oh, that trade hit stop loss today. Oh, that trade hit take profit today. What I got to do after work? Man, why do I got to go to work? Man, why do I have to go to this meeting? Man, why do I got to do this? Why do I got to do that? I hope this person comes here. I hope this person comes here. So while you're driving your car, all you're doing is thinking, right? For at least the individuals that don't listen to music while you're driving your car, right? If you're listening to music, that music is controlling your mind. That music has 100% control of your mind in that moment. All right. So understanding this, right? This is the key part, right? This is where what the, man, I can't deal with little ass kids. I cannot do that. You guys, man, fun. Now I got to figure out how to do that. All right, forget it. If you got whoever the next person you guys do that, I'm just going to kick you off the call straight up. All right. But listen to this, guys. Listen to this. Most people have that conscious mind and subconscious mind. They got that part down. They understand that we have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. But what is in that subconscious mind, right? This is the information that people don't talk about. This is the information that people don't talk about. Your subconscious mind, what's in there is very, very simple, right? It's your habits. It's your habitual mind. Their subconscious mind does not have the ability to accept or reject anything that's in there. So once you get an idea, like as soon as you have a thought, right? I want to go Chairman 10, right? You have that thought, but it's only in your conscious mind, right? Chairman 10. You got to figure out how to get Chairman 10 from your conscious mind into your subconscious mind. And once it's in your subconscious mind, your body then does the action. Your body then does the action, right? So when they say success starts in the mind, they're not lying. You have to become Chairman 10 before it says Chairman 10 in your back office. And how you do that is very, very simple, right? Remember what I said, you got to study this information with repetition, right? Study this information with repetition. So how you're going to go about studying this information, right? To get whatever is in your conscious mind into your subconscious mind. All you have to do is repeat it. Act as if. We hear that all the time, but you're not taking action because that old image of yourself, right? It's called the winner's image. This program is called the winner's image, right? Your self-image doesn't allow you. It's like, me? Can I hit Chairman 10? If you have a question in your mind, whether you can hit Chairman 10, you do not have the self-image of a Chairman 10. Because a Chairman 10, their self-image tells them they've been Chairman 10 since the day where they were born. All right? So you need to go and repeat using affirmations, study this knowledge, look up Bob Proctor, and you got to brainwash yourself for success. Brainwash yourself for success. How you're going to do that is to study this knowledge over and over and over and over and over again, right? You got to get from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind, right? The minute you're thinking, if you are only thinking about Chairman 10, while you're awake or while you're on a call or when somebody says Chairman 10, it's only in your conscious mind. When I say Chairman 10, right, it's already been there, right? I can see a picture in our mind, right? You see a picture of there before it's done, right? I see myself on stage at London, in London at the convention, speaking at that convention because I am Chairman 10 and I hit Chairman 10, right? I see myself getting on that stage and holding the award for Chairman 10 and it has my name on it, Arjun Bhatia, right? I already see that happening before it's done. Now, right, this is another little trick, right? This is another little trick, right? Most people, why they can't get that information from their conscious mind to their subconscious mind is the first one I already told you, which is repetition. But the second one is they're using their physical senses. They're using their physical senses to go ahead and connect with the result. You may be like, what are you talking about, bro? The results you are having right now, right? Whether it's $2 in your bank account or $2,000 in your bank account or $2 million in your bank account, it's because of how you think. And it's because of your environment, your surroundings, right? So if your surroundings are telling you, if your surroundings are telling you this is, this cup is empty, which it is, right? In the physical, right? In the physical, the cup is empty and you see the cup is empty and somebody tells you it's full, you're going to be like, what are you talking about, bro? Right? Because they may be saying, I'm going to go ahead and take that cup and I'm going to make coffee in it. Right? If you guys are understanding at least a little bit of what I'm talking about, right? Because this information, it's not you're going to listen to it one time and you're going to get the grasp of it because it goes very, very deep, right? There's a book called Psycho-Cybernetics written by Maxwell Maltz, right? And this is where Bob, learned part of this information from. And how the story goes is Maxwell Maltz, right? What he was a plastic surgeon, right? He was a plastic surgeon. So what he would do, right, is, obviously he does plastic surgery on people, but once he does that plastic surgery on people, he saw the results of how their life changed after they got that surgery done, right? So for example, Bob talks about this one lady in his office, right, who was always was always conscious about her nose, like she didn't like how it looked, but after she got the surgery, right, she looked at herself and she liked to look at herself, right? She liked to look at her nose. That's what she said, right? So when she was getting all of that done, right, and after it was done, the results changed. The image of herself changed because the only person who cares about what you look like is you, right? If you're comfortable in a hoodie, if you're comfortable in a suit, right, if that's what makes you feel like a winner, that's what you need to do. You need to act as if you already had $1 million in your bank account. You need to act as if you already have 500 people on your team and you got to run a call for them like this, right? A lot of you on this call right now have never ran a call for yourself before, have never ran a call like this for anybody before, or have never even spoke like this in front of anybody, right? You guys need to let that person out. All of you guys on this call are winners. Nobody else is on a Monday night mentorship call at 9:45 p.m. talking about this stuff or listening to this stuff, right? Drop a 444 in the chat if you guys are understanding some of this information, right? I understand I may not be the best teacher for this because I'm still learning, but you need to understand that there's more to this. Bob's been studying this information for over 50 years. He's helped people, like one of the coaches that I'm working with, right? He was broke to the point where he could not afford to pay his mortgage. Now the dude makes $1 million a month just in personal development, right? And we got people who've done the same thing, right? Within our company. We got people like Matt and Jason, right? Jason, who just a couple years ago was over $70,000 in debt. Now Jason makes stupid amount of money with Matt. You guys understand? Because what the biggest thing they did was stop focusing on the results they have right now, and they created a new image of what the results they wanted. All right? So if you have an image right now, you're looking at your back office and it says Platinum 150, it says Platinum 600, it says Platinum 1000, it says unranked, right? And you let that dictate your level of action, you're never going to move from that rank. If you're hearing me right now, of what I just said, if you look at your back office and it says Platinum 150 and you act like a Platinum 150, then what results do you think you're going to get? Type it in the chat. If you look at your results and you let the results dictate the action, what do you think the next week's check is going to look like? Platinum 150. Platinum 150. Platinum 150. Unranked. That's how it works. So instead of focusing on where you're at right now, focus on where you want to be and act as if. So that means think you got to run a call like this every week for your team for over 500 people. For over 500 people on your team. And out of those 500 people, not everyone's going to hop on, but if enough of them hop on, if 10 of your leaders hop on, it takes 7 to 10 Platinum 1000s to go Chairman 10. If you have one leader in your team right now, which everybody does, if you have one leader in your team right now, you can go to the next level. Who's that leader? It's yourself. You are the leader. Be the leader that you want to attract. Do the things that you want in your organization to happen for them to happen. I'm gonna talk about when I joined this company, when I joined this organization, there was 0 Zoom calls happening. Zero. Not one Zoom call happening. There was just a few calls that my man Angel would run, and I used to hop on those calls. And then as, things started to happen, people stopped hopping on those calls, people stopped doing calls. But who was the person to step up? I wanted calls to happen in our organization. What did I do? I started running the calls. Nobody was talking about trading. I started talking about trading. Nobody was asking questions about marketing. I started asking questions about marketing. Be the leader that you want to become. That's it. That's the secret to success. And you got to do that every single day. Not when you feel like it. Not when the things are right. Not when your mortgage is paid. Not after your bills are paid. Before they are paid. Work like you're getting paid $1 million a month right now, and then see what happens. If you were getting paid $1 million a month right now, and it would go away if you didn't continue at that level of work ethic, then what would happen? Your business declines, right? Your business declines. So create that environment that you want to see. Don't look at the results. Focus on the action. That's what another one of my mentors, Mr. Ray Higdon, you guys can look him up. He's made 8 figures plus in network marketing. And he said, all I focused on for 2 years straight was my actions. I focused on what I could control, and then what I could control changed. You guys understand that? Focus on what you can control, and what you can control will change. When that hit me, yo, it really hit me. I was like, damn, so all I got to do is prospect 5-10 people a day, show them the plan every single day, show them the plan as if I'm a Chairman 10. Now, that doesn't mean you lie to them and you tell them, yeah, so I'm making 10 grand a month, yada, yada, yada. Act as if, because I'll tell you, I swear to God, there's people in this company that if they ran a presentation, they may be platinum 1,000, platinum 2,000 right now, but the way they speak, I know they hit chairman. I know they'll hit chairman because of the way they speak, the way they do the presentation, the way they prospect people. Now, how did all that happen? Through repetition, through repetition, through repetition, through repetition, through repetition, right? Same thing with going to the gym. It's the same thing as going to the gym. You go to the gym, right? You do one rep. You do one rep every single day. Eventually, you're going to get to the point, if you're doing the same weight, the same rep, your muscle's not going to grow. For you to grow, you need to do more reps or more weight. More reps or more weight, right? Same thing. It's the same thing, guys. Take control of your own environment. That's the only thing you can control. The only thing I can control is how I move my body. The only thing I can control is where I go to, who I listen to, and who I'm around. That's the only thing I can control. I can't control if somebody on this call wants to go ahead and quit. I can't control there was 20 people on this call. Now there's only 17. I can't control that. But what can I control? I can control that I keep speaking. I keep giving value to the ones that need the value, right? So if you have one person on your team or 10 people on your team, right, you need to keep giving value to your team, right? And the law of compensation states, right, you will only be paid for the level of service you provide, your ability to do it, well, the need for what you do in the marketplace, your ability to do it, and the difficulty of replacing you. That's the law of compensation. If you guys didn't write that down, or if you didn't know that, look up the law of compensation. The law of compensation states your level of compensation will be based upon the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty of replacing you. Think if today, right now, today, if what you did today, if anybody can do that, if anybody can prospect the amount of people you prospect today, if anybody would do that, if anyone would do the amount of presentations that you did today, if anyone took the same amount of trades that you did today, if anyone hopped on the hours of go live that you did today, how difficult would it be to replace you? Because the need for what we do is amazing. The need for what we do is important, right? Everyone in the world needs to know how to trade. Everyone in the world needs to know how to grow their money. Everyone wants to make more money. Yes or yes? Type a 777 in the chat if everyone wants to make more money. Exactly. Everyone wants to make more money. Everyone doesn't want to work a job. Everyone doesn't want to wake up the next morning and have to leave their kids or their family or just because you like to sleep. Just because you like to sleep, you don't want to get out of bed. Right? Everyone doesn't want to do that. But the best thing about our business with the trading and the residual based income, right? All you have to do is sacrifice for a season to reap for seasons to come. All you have to do is sacrifice for a season to reap the benefits for seasons to come. So a season of your life, 90 days, right? We talk about 90 days, 90 days, 90 days, 90 days, 90 days in this industry, right? Everything, they break it down in 90 days, 90 days, 90 days, 90 days, 90 days, because 90 days is all it takes to change your life. 90 days is all it takes to change your habits. 90 days is all it takes to change your situation, right? You can't pay rent next month. You don't have a car, right? They just talked about that on the chairman mentorship call the other day. They didn't have a car. They deranked to platinum 5,000 or platinum 2,000. They didn't have a car, and they still made every single meeting. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to give up to go to the next level? Right? I'm making sacrifices, right? I got my team coming in from South Africa to go to GoPro. I was going to buy the GoPro live stream, But I'm like, why not be in the same environment, breathe the same breath, talk to the same amount of people that I'm like, right? I'm like all those people. I'm like the Grant Cardones. I'm like the Eric Worres, right? You may not see me as that person, but I see myself as that person. I see myself as a legend in this industry before this industry is even created. Now, that's not me being arrogant or me being cocky. I'm humble as F, right? I'm willing to learn from anybody and everybody because you know something that I may not. But at the end of the day, my confidence, my winner's image has to be so strong that nobody can put dents in it, right? Nobody. Not my mom, not my dad, not my uncle, not my cousin, not my dog, nobody. Nobody on my team can tell me, no, you're not the best. No. I wouldn't want to be around that person. I'd be like, all right, cool, go join another team. Have fun. Because our goal is to put more value into people, right? And grow as individuals, not only as individuals, but as a team, right? So I challenge you guys for the next 90 days, right? For the next 90 days, study that information, study psycho-cybernetics, right? If you don't want to purchase, Bob's Winner's Image program or whatever, buy psycho-cybernetics, right? Whether you buy the book or you listen to the audio, right? Psycho-cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, right? That book does the same thing, right? It talks about the same information, right? And we can talk about that on calls like this. You can message me whenever on Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, wherever you guys got on this call from, right? But understand this, 2020, the vision that the leaders and we came up for this organization is 1,500 members. 1,500 members in Refuse to Lose. Over 1,500 members by London Convention. That's the vision, right? That's the environment. That's the level that we are speaking at, right? That's the level that's what we're aiming for. So we're going to embody this organization. You're going to see over the next 30 days how the leaders start to embody, like there's 1,500 people in this organization. If there was 1,500 people in this organization, the other leaders that we spoke about, how would we be acting? What would we be doing? And that's how we need to act. End of story, period. That's the level of commitment we need to get to that level by London. Sorry. So if you guys, the 16 people on this call, right? I appreciate each and every single one of you. You made it to the end of this call. If you have not bought your ticket to London, buy it now. If you have not booked your flight or bought your ticket, do one or the other, and you will find a way to get to that event. But you're saying, I only have $20 in my account. Make the decision to go, and the money will appear. Now, not just sitting there and like, all right, I made the decision, where the money at? No, it's the same thing. You got to get that from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind. There's no doubt in my mind I'm going to London Convention. I already bought my tickets. I bought my team tickets. I'm going to buy my plane tickets probably right when I get back from Vegas. So if you have not made that commitment yet, you're not serious about this business, right? And that's okay, right? What we experienced over the last 2 months was fake volume, right? Mike spoke about this on his call a little while ago with us leaders. He says what we experienced was fake volume, right? When all the cookies crumble, who's left? Those are your real leaders. If you were the only one left, sorry, you didn't really recruit anyone who else was a leader. But if there are people left, you need to pour your heart and soul into these people, because they will follow you to the end of the earth and back. They will follow you to the end of the earth and back. So pour your heart and soul into those leaders, whether that's just yourself or whether that's a group of 3 or 4, 5, 10, 15, 20 people. Pour your heart and soul into them and speak 1,500 members by London. 1,500 members by London. When everyone gets on the same page, is taking the same amount of action, that's when huge levels of momentum are created in this industry and in any industry, right? These success principles that we learn in this industry can be applied to anything. That's why it's so valuable to learn this now. All right. With that being said, my 30 minutes or so are up. I appreciate each and every single one of you for hopping on this call. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I am Arjun Banks. And, I appreciate each and every single one of you. This recording will also be on my YouTube. If you guys want to go over that information or ask me questions, you can over Instagram and stuff like that. So I appreciate you all. Peace.